Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Woo. It's finally Friday. We made it to the weekend. I don't remember the last time I got that excited over a Friday. And honestly, it's because I've been adjusting to my new norm. It's not like I have to go into the office every day. So I won't say every day feels like a Friday, but Fridays feel a little bit different because of the situation that we have found ourselves in. However, this Friday I am really excited. I took a half day, just a personal day. I'm gonna hang out with some friends. Right now I'm actually about to go work from home from my brother and my sister's house to watch their kids as they go receive a blessing. So happy Friday. I'm very happy that it's Friday. I'm very joyful, no pun intended, that it's Friday. And one thing that I want to say too before we hop into our video for today is that, so my parents are pastors. They're pastors of a church in Northeast Ohio called the Well Church of Northeast Ohio. And every morning they have a prayer line, and then on Saturdays they have a prayer line at noon. But every morning they have a prayer line, and pre-COVID-19, honestly, I was trying to be diligent on making the prayer line every single day. There was like a day or so that I wouldn't make it, but I would listen to it as I was getting ready for work. So, just to get my mind in a good state going into work. And then afterwards, or once COVID hit and we were moved to work from home, I kind of got very lazy. I got put off of my schedule, and so I was going to bed late, waking up late. Y'all know the story. If anybody knows, y'all know. But lately I've been really trying to get back on the prayer line. Even if I wake up in the morning and have it playing in the background, sometimes I do fall back asleep. But I try to make sure that I get on it. So this past week I've been getting on it. Today they were talking about joy, y'all, and I don't tell people this content before I put it out, so my parents don't know. No one else on the prayer line knows about it, but they were talking about joy. So that honestly just confirms a lot of things, and it just lines everything up. God is a very intentional person, and I don't know if we talked about it this year, but we definitely talked about last year about how purposeful and how intentional he is on making sure he confirms everything that's in his will. And as long as you're on track for his purpose, you're going to be receiving those confirmations like that, and everything's just going to fit together like a puzzle. So let's get right into our video for today. As always, God is blessing us. He's always going to be blessing us. Today is our last day to talk about joy. Okay, so remember, quick recap. This month and next month we are going over our goal focus is to be of good spirit. So we are each week taking a different piece of the fruit of the spirit, and we are doing a spiritual cleanse or a spiritual detox to remove the old habits and ways that our spirit was accustomed to, and we are now adopting the things that are of good spirit. So last week we talked about love. This week we are talking about joy. So far we've identified that joy is not just a feeling like happiness. Okay, so joy is it's really an experience. Okay, it's a lifestyle. So if I say that I am a joyful person, or I want to be a joyful person, that is exactly what it is. It's ingrained in me, and it's not determined by whether things around me are going good or bad. Whereas happiness is a feeling where if things are going great, I'm gonna feel happy. If things are not, I'm gonna feel some other type of way. However, joy, because that is my lifestyle, if things are going great, I may feel happy, or but I'm still going to be in that joyous state. Or if things are going bad, I may feel sad, but I'm still going to have a joyous lifestyle overall. So today we're going to talk about that life. So how to live a joyful life. Honestly, this is one that I didn't really have too much advice, or couldn't really say too much on how to live a joyful life. You kind of just have to work your way to experiencing joy, and then make a conscious decision that you are going to live in that joyful life, or in that joyous state, every single day. And I'm going to tell you, when you make that decision, things are going to test you. Really, as anything else, whenever you make a decision to get your life on the right path, things always test you. So it may be hard to fight through. And when I say test you, I mean, you may go through a sickness. Hello, COVID-19. You may go through a sickness. You may lose someone. You may lose a job. You may have a death in the family or a close relative or friend, where your feelings, you may feel sad. And I'm not saying that you cannot feel sad. We are humans. I have an array of emotions on a day-to-day basis. But it's all about how we number one, how we let those feelings linger or not linger, which we shouldn't be letting them linger. And then also how we choose to act and to speak and to think moving forward. Okay. So it shouldn't be, even if you've experienced some hardship, it shouldn't be, that experience troubled me so much that now I'm characterized by it. So, I may have gone through a financial hardship and now it's very hard for me to get out of that rut. So when people see me, one of the things they characterize me as is, yeah, Ashley, she's good. She's going through X, Y, and Z, but da-da-da-da. Like, I don't want anybody to put that disclaimer on my life. And my family knows I have a lot of different, my family, my close friends, I go through a lot of different things emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I go through a lot of different things. So, but I don't want, and if family and friends, if y'all are describing me like this, we need to have a talk. But I don't want them to say, like, if someone asks them, like, oh, how's Ashley doing? She's trying. Like, that is not a good explanation of anything. Because even if I am trying, if I am a true joyful person, that should not be a defining, whatever my hardship is, should not be a defining characteristic that kind of sticks with me. And now I'm in this season of hardship and it's very identifiable. And so now that's what people are identifying me as. It's my hardship first, but she's good. Like, that's not what we wanted to be. I want to read this definition of joy before we wrap up for today, that I looked up, and I really like this definition because I think that it honestly encompasses kind of what we've been talking about, and just making sure that we're choosing to experience joy, choosing to live in that experience. The quote is by Rick Warren. The definition of this definition of joy is by Rick Warren. And if you don't know, he is a Christian author, and he is most famous for The Purpose-Driven Life. He wrote The Purpose-Driven Life. So he says that joy is the settled assurance that God is in control of all the details of my life, the quiet confidence that ultimately everything is going to be all right, and the determined choice to praise God in every situation. And I love that definition. Literally might get that framed and put that somewhere, because that is exactly what it is. It's a settled assurance, meaning that I know that because God is in control of all the details of my life, I don't have to, not that I don't have to, well, I don't have to worry. I shouldn't be worrying. Again, we're human, so that may come up, but I can easily push that aside because I know that all of the details of my life, down to the minute things that I don't even think that I would think about, let alone God, he's thought about it. And not only has he thought about it, but he's controlling all of those facets. It's a quiet confidence. So again, it's not something that I have to boast about. Like, I don't have to go out and say, hey guys, I'm joyful. Like, it's a quiet confidence that ultimately everything is going to be all right. And then a determined choice. That's where that mindset change comes in, because I'm now pressing through and choosing to praise God in every situation. And regardless of if I'm going through the worst hardship of my life or if everything is okay, I'm still determined to make sure that I am praising God in every situation. Why? Because he's in control of all the details of my life, and he deserves that, at the least. Okay, so I love that definition of joy, and I'm going to stop the video right there because I think that's a perfect place to end it. But yes, so that is our week full of joy. Tomorrow I will be going live probably around 1-ish. Sometime between 12 and 1, I'll be going live just to kind of recap these last couple of weeks and get like a small discussion. I don't want it to be a long live because we've got more to discuss. So yeah, hopefully I'll announce it on Instagram and Facebook if anybody wants to know. So yeah, I hope everyone has a great Friday, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.